What's goody? What's goody? It's your boy. Look, bro. Today we gonna be checking out Katt Williams. Katt Williams actually kind of snapped on all, not all, maybe all the greats, all the comedy greats. He definitely calls out Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and Rickey Smiley. Man, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of clips on TikTok, on Instagram, on everything. So I was like, man, I might as well just get back into it. Come back with a bang. I didn't watch the interview yet, so I was waiting to watch the interview to actually do the first time react with y'all. But I've seen clips and parts, and I know he called out pretty much everybody. So it's my first deep dive into it. We're gonna check out this little segment right here where he calling out Kevin Hart and them. Let's just jump into it, man. I know it's about to be a lot of controversy. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into the conversation. We're gonna talk a lot about this because he had some good points in the little clips that I did see, like 5-minute clips on TikTok or whatever. He had some points that I guess he feels valid. We're gonna jump into it. We'll speak a little bit throughout. We're gonna speak after. Let's get it.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guests. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Rickey Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike. And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Rickey Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Ooh. Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be
Okay, hold up. Shots. 2 minutes in, shots. You going at Rickey Smiley first, huh? I do want to say this though. It don't add up, especially with the Friday movie. I don't know about the playing the woman part. I gotta think about what movies he actually played a woman in. Getting back to the point. Nah, in Friday, no, Rickey, that's absolutely wrong. And I'm gonna have to look back into it and go see the Rickey Smiley interview and see what he said about that. But nah, I definitely don't think that would have been a good switch. Ricky's playing the pimp and him playing the little Santa Claus dude. Nah, I mean Katt Williams' whole gimmick, Pimp Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? Just that's really his thing. So that kind of don't add up. So I feel like Rickey. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the whole backstory behind that. That just sounded a little bit off, just to go for starters. So that's one for Katt. You know what I'm saying? He's that has substance. That's his little role. That kind of role. Not to say they was absolutely picked him out for that role or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like this was absolutely when they made the movie. We were gonna go get Katt Williams. That's the role. No, I'm just thinking that. There's no doubt that when he went out to go do the role, he was the guy. So I don't know what Rickey's talking about in that aspect, nah, he couldn't take it from him. Nah, not that role. Absolutely right. I don't know about the woman part, playing the woman part and everything like that. Let me know in the comments. Does he play a woman in a lot of movies? Name the movies. Put the movies out in the comments. I don't even know. But let's jump back into it.
You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Rickey Smiley can't act because Rickey Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He did it when he was
played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one. Why no? He was with KD.
I really don't think too many people could have played it like he did.
Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood they switched off roles. You take this and he what? So Rickey Smiley knows this. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Rickey Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy.
Right.
Where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that?
I had to pause it. I didn't even want to though, but what y'all think about that though? That's like, okay, so he's saying that he kind of made him change that whole little part around in the movie, and originally it was about black and. If Rickey would have played the part, and originally they wanted the guy in the bathroom on what that was, next Friday or Friday after next, whichever one with the Katt Williams in the bathroom. I remember exactly what party with the pliers. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But that part with the pliers, yeah, he said originally he was just supposed to get raped, and he made them improvise that part into what it was, and kind of made it into an iconic moment in comedy, which that's a memorable part for everybody in that movie. And if that was his, just comedic adjustment, I think that was dope. But we don't know how true that was. He's saying that's the true story. We don't know. We wasn't there, and it's Hollywood, so really won't get the truth out. Rickey Smiley said that was his part. Shot it in 4 days. Dang. So, but I don't know, man. There's so many lies behind it. I'm just going off of what he's saying. We speaking on what we getting right now from him, and some of the things he said kind of add up. Let's jump back into it.
That story. 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Rickey Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And
why that wasn't in the bloopers?
Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Rickey Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm gonna be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it?
Stop it.
You bet he did. It's in my
Stop
contract.
it.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor.
Let me pause it. At some point, he's saying that Rickey Smiley hating on him, but it kind of feel like he got a little bit of spite on Rickey Smiley too. I'm not gonna sit here and avoid that, bro. Why would you? And I mean, maybe he really fully believes that Rickey Smiley is a great actor in a dress, or he just trying to humiliate that man. But at the same time, I feel a little bit of spite coming off of him for Rickey. Like, I don't know, man. Because at this point, it's like, who's hating on who? Because he's putting out some valid points on why Rickey was really hating on him. But, like, even the move with the dress, I kind of feel like that's a hating move. Regardless of the fact of whether he hating on you or whatever, you still got the part you still ate, right, in the Friday movie. So why put it in your contract that you will not work with him unless he's in a dress? You are I guess because out of spite, Rickey was saying, like, man, I'm on the radio with Ced and Steve, you know, he's nobody, I'm Rickey, and he wanted to show him that, like, look what I can do. I put this in my contract, now you got to do that. And, you know, he just trying to throw in there that he's the best actor when he's in a dress. So, like, and he said that like he fully believes that. I don't know, man, because it kind of feels like a little bit of spite on both sides. You know, Rickey hate on you, you hate on him a little bit. That's how I go, though. Don't avoid that point. That was some hating-ish. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. I just wanted to say that. Let's get back into it.
It should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
I don't
so
believe that.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man.
No, he didn't go there.
Then you asked him, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink it the way you. I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol.
I want to say something, but Katt going off, so I don't even.
The truth don't need motivation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Katt snapping, I don't even
lie. Cedric sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Ced's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Katt, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to say.
Pause. Is that true? I don't believe that. Like he got 4 comedy specials, Netflix or Tubi. And what about the joke? I gotta go look a deep dive into the joke that he talking about said stole. We gonna do a deep dive into that. He said the world don't like him, but it really sounds like you don't like him, Katt. That's my thing, yo. And Shannon be hitting some good points. He say some of the stuff I would have liked to say to him, but it really, really sounds like he hating. But at the same time, maybe because it just kind of even though it sounds like that, this is his response, right? He's rebuttaling what everybody else said to him. So I mean, I guess maybe no, he don't feel like he's like, bro, I'm not letting this go down no more. That's how he's coming about it. That's how he's saying he coming. Like, this is not gonna go down any longer, bro. We gonna dead ass nip this in the bud. Dang though. I don't know, man. He really gonna end on said like. And honestly, is he about to go on tour or something? Cause he know there's gonna have to be backlash, whether or not they was lying about everything he's speaking about Rickey Smiley, about Cedric. He talked about Steve Hairline. Yeah, there's jokes, but then he going a little further than the jokes, and it's like he coming with receipts. Is like some of this ish he's saying he got receipts for, and the Cedric ish I'm gonna have to look at that one. And if he's not lying, like he said, he got 4 comedy specials, and you can't find it on Netflix or Tubi. Where can you find it then? Can you even find it? Is he right though? Let me know in the comments if anybody did look into that. Man, hey, this dude is going in. Let's get back into it, bro.
The record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Rickey Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Rickey Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Katt's on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Katt, damn, you like this?
No, that's not.
Okay, what comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just called it straight.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. So why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light skin, weird face wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period.
Katt be going in.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I have no know.
Amen.
This man said TD Jakes, man. Right. What can Shannon even say?
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right. He going in.
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge.
He controls the interview right now.
So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain.
Bruh.
Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Rickey Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Right.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard. Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
First of all, why you? I guess he feel like he got to be the one because of the lies that was put on him to check all the lies. I was about to say why he got to be the one. I answered my own question. Kevin Hart, a plant. That's something he give you to think on. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you really got to think on that one. His rise, I want to be able to say this the right way because I don't agree with him, but I don't not all the way disagree with him. It's insane how Kevin Hart came up at the speed he came up and did what he did, the way he did it, and like he said, have his own, you know what I'm saying, sitcom in his first year and all that other stuff. But could it just be his work ethic for real? That's the other thing I want to say think about the Kevin Hart side. Could it just be that he was really that talented and his work ethic was really that good? I don't know, man. That's a hard person to go against because of who Kevin Hart is now and the entity of what Hart is. You can't really fight against that, bruh. But it's easy. It's kind of easy to put Kevin Hart as a plant because of how fast his success came, and it's easy for him to make it sound like it's a comparable thing or it sounds correct. But I don't know. It could be, but I don't want to be the hater on the success, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man. I really think Kevin Hart is like super funny because I was already a big fan of Kevin Hart. But I'm trying not to let my fandom get in the way because I'm like, no, dude, Kevin Hart is like super funny, like, and like, it's just the talent and work ethic, you know what I'm saying? Some people just have impeccable work ethics, and that's one thing that Kevin Hart preaches a lot, that he's really locked in and he works hard, and that's the one thing that I believe in. You lock in, you work hard, you know what I'm saying? And you really get down to that, the nitty gritty with your work ethic and consistency, you gon' outwork and outshine other people. It could have been that, you know, but Katt has a different type of opinion. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just funny, man, because like, even though he say he just kind of, you know what I'm saying, trying to speak on himself and like talk against the lies, he still kind of like sound very, very, very much, and I hate to say it, like he has some spite in him. I don't want to say a hater because he said this is just a response to the hate that was on him. So I don't want to say a hater. It just sounds like even though you just responding and just saying this, you are throwing a little bit of extra in there. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's that, we can't miss that point. You know what I'm saying? We can't neglect that. He is throwing a little bit of extra in there on every one of them. Like it doesn't matter which one, he picked something out of there, like the dress for Ricky, like just examples he's picked. That's one of the extra things he chose just to throw in there personally, the dress thing. And he was like, everybody thinking it, so I'm gonna just say it, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit of extra spite. Then on Kevin Hart's he called him a plant, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, I mean, he is doing amazing, and he's going really far. He went really far, really quickly, and he's doing great things, and he's going crazy in Hollywood. So that's a little bit of the extra, you know what I'm saying? Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm not gonna say. I said Ricky, and Steve Harvey talked about that the lying part, how he lied to everybody about that, and just a liar. He talked about the wives and all. That's a little extra. That's a little excessive. You know what I'm saying? You can't not expect a response from these guys, comedians or not, whether it's just jokes or not. You're going a little deep, and that's why I say personally, I feel like it's just a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like he is just trying to defend his honor and everything, and like, these boys not gonna lie about me, let me tell you the truth. But at the same time, he go and he throw his extra little bit on that. But let's just go ahead and jump back into it. Let's get it.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why.
He's not.
You know what the number one
blackball,
job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie,
he knows some ish.
I would have to say what I have to say.
I don't know.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no.
Damn.
Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Rickey Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100 city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some...
I want to protect him real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No, I didn't. No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealer from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay,
So you
so,
had said that
okay.
2018,
No,
2019, but
the
it
joke
came out in
stealer.
2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no.
The years is off.
What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm
The
on
years is off. You
BET's
said the
Comic
wrong
View,
years.
and
I
they're
remember
using
you
this
did.
as the commercial
did.
in 1998.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I
Yeah.
said the dates wrong,
Yeah, you said
so-
2019.
Let's go back and clear that up.
Okay.
You said...
Right.
Yeah.
I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and
Yeah.
he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say...
Right, so he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm
Right.
doing this joke. It's on Comic View.
Okay,
Cedric
1998.
comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Rickey, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. and there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Now,
Damn.
I'm reading Katt Williams won Cedric the Entertainer's Anheuser-Busch Best Los Angeles Comic Award. Did you win that award, won Katt Williams? It's a simple yes or no. It's not a rhetorical question.
It's a question that probably should have been asked to Cedric the Entertainer.
I'm asking you. I got you here, though.
I know. I couldn't believe Cedric didn't get asked that question. You still a dude's joking and giving an award, and then 10 years later you don't know nothing about it.
That's tough.
Hey, but I promise you this.
What?
If he sees me again before he sees you, he'll be talking different when you see him. That's for certain. That's the difference. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually the Lord is gonna let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go. Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why?
Yes.
Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like. And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still, to this day, I play 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6. This is just in the yard, just to the rack, just cause.
You work out, Katt? You work out, Katt?
Not to the gym.
You don't work out in the gym? You do push-ups, sit-ups?
My whole life it was just push-ups and sit-ups only. I would do like 100 push-ups a day. Just.
I thought you were gonna say 1,000.
No. Because this is literally every day.
Right.
This is not for the gram. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like literally 100 a day. And I would do push-ups, and then I tore both my rotator cuffs. And so it was only thanks to golf that I was even able to get my
You a golfer now?
back. I've been a golfer for quite some time. My short game is impeccable. I can't get you but 2 and some change off of the
tee.
Off the tee, but I'm still coming in for par guaranteed.
Are you playing for the tips?
No. I've found that you don't get anything for that. It seems very egomaniacal. They go, hey, Katt, for free, you can go further back. Hey, what? Wait a minute, does it still count the same? Hey, I'm up at the ladies' tee. Don't tell me my pronouns. On the golf course, I'm she, her, him, them, and they. Whoever at the front tee.
I know we're joking, we're having a great conversation, but you did win the award. How did the award help your career? It had to help something, Katt.
Nope.
God, come on, Katt.
I didn't remember it happened to you, just said it. How can Cedric give you an award that was worth something? Everything Cedric and Rickey Smiley ever been in got canceled for not being funny. Rickey sat here and told you that they cut him out of every movie he did. They always had a reason. Like, that's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums.
Dang,
Just to not be good at what you do, not work hard at what you do, but have to act like you the best at what you do. It is crazy. It's crazy.
But they be touring, they be doing like 100 shows a year?
That's me. I don't run into none of them. That's what I'm saying. If you a Faison Love fan, you mean you've been a fan of him for 32 years, you still waiting on him to do his first special? You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
Yo.
I mean, Steve got a lot of other
DL's still out there. None of those irons matter to stand-up. Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like, you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're gonna say some funny country things. But not a writer.
Right.
Not a writer.
When you got into stand-up, was crossing over, was doing TV, was doing movie, was that a part of it? You're like, okay, I'm doing stand-up. Okay, the next progression is TV, movies.
Throughout the history of stand-up, sir. That's the goal for all of us. That's how it goes. That's why when you hear these dudes talking about, oh, I didn't want to be a movie star, you just know it's disingenuous. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, oh, no, I just wanted to do a game show.
Right.
What? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I thought you did Mark Curry's show over after he had just done hanging with Mr. Cooper. Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours and then do the dude stand up when you go on the road, and then you never put Mark Curry on your show or nothing. Like, if you don't say anything, these dudes will run over you. I don't know if you know how bullies operate. But if you don't stand up for yourself, there really is nothing they won't do.
Right. So. Do you consider yourself a king of comedy? Where does Katt?
No, they consider that.
Oh,
like when after Bernie left, them same 3 guys I'm telling you about, the kings.
Yeah.
Right? Because DL is the greatest.
Yeah.
There's no DL slander gets tolerated.
Okay, you like DL.
They came to me. I was supposed to be the 4th king. I got the offer.
Then what happened?
But I turned it down.
Why?
Because you shit on Bernie. And I know the truth.
Turned it down?
You think I'm gonna let you shit on Bernie and then come get me? I'm the next king? Fuck you. Why? Because the whole time Bernie was here, you was acting like you was funnier than him. The reason you was supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was gonna be called the Kings of Comedy. It was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him.
No.
Of course you gotta close if it's your tour. That's why it was so.
Wait, okay, I waited. I ain't paused in a while. It's almost over. So, Kings of Comedy was Steve's tour, but the other dudes was so funny. Well, he's saying basically Bernie made the show he was the funniest one, so they changed it to the Kings of Comedy. And then they changed the arrangement of how they went. That's a lot whenever it come down to, especially like openers and, you know what I'm saying, and closers, especially if like, all right, say if it was Steve's, he was supposed to go last and the rest of the people supposed to be openers. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big deal for it to be, it was like Steve and the, you know what I'm saying, and these people opening for him. So for the Kings of Comedy, it turned into everybody's thing. And he's basically saying that's because Bernie was that funny. Yo, and they offered him Bernie's spot when Bernie passed on. He was like, nope, I'm not about to do it just because of how y'all did Bernie. I mean, he talking outlandish, and it's a lot of people gonna be responding. So I wanted to get a little bit into this, so we gonna see what the responses are. So, but let's jump back into it because the last little piece.
Such a big deal, but you couldn't do it because you can't beat the best. And until you humble yourself, you will forever be kinged by the king. And because you finally did it, because you didn't have no other choice, and now that he gone, you gonna act like he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works. The king is the funniest. Period. Every time. And that's why no audience member was ever swayed. It didn't matter where Bernie went. You think if Bernie went first, he wasn't the king? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get your ego out of this.
Oh, so
you let
Steve
the best
went
be
last?
the best. Right?
Katt Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate that. Thanks for sharing
Thank you.
the stories, setting the record straight. Now, you know they're going to double back.
Impossible. Impossible. Only because if once you play this back, you'll realize I didn't say anything that made me look in a good light. I wasn't tearing down others to boost myself up. But I do have to acknowledge things that did not take place. Like, we're very ingenuous if we say this is not a game and we don't play it and people ain't in positions and people don't have their favorites and they group and they click. And,
right.
Well, that happens in all businesses.
Right.
No. Say what side you on, say why you don't like the other side, and then get to the game. But in the game, I'm wiping the field with them to the point where they don't even compete anymore. So how you gonna let a dude that been on the bench for 15 years, I would have beat Jordan's ass. Shut up, Jordan is still alive. We'll call Jordan right now. You can't beat him now. Not then, you can't beat him now. Right.
Katt Williams.
Yo, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, yo, so much. Whoa. Okay, for one, he was spiteful of all those people, but at the same time, he was in that to set record straight and be funny. So if he went a little excessive, a little overboard, that's kind of his style of comedy. But he did feel some type of way about it. You could see when he was rubbing his legs, going back and forth, that ish aggravated him, and he was really on one. Or I don't know, what do y'all think about I seen that a lot. Like he was like talking and like just rubbing his legs. I'm like, yo, he hot right there. That's what I was thinking. Steve said all those guys, man, I think he just doesn't appreciate them because he feel like they just disingenuine, or they just is I feel like some of the stuff he said makes a valid sense, in like I don't said he didn't really have too much to say. He said they writing for him now. He said he's not funny at all, they writing for him now. Steve, he was like, he not doing, with Steve not doing stand up, he don't do movies. I don't know if it's because he's not a good actor or not, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's a hell of a point. Rickey Smiley, I don't know, let me know in the comments. I have never ever really paid attention to that, but do y'all think, I know for Tyler Perry for sure, he might be right, but I don't think Tyler Perry is a bad actor as a man. He's actually a pretty decent actor. I seen one movie I watched recently, and I was thinking about that when he said that. Tyler Perry played a man very well, but he does play a woman like super excellent, and I can't neglect that fact. But he wasn't really too much going in on Tyler. He was just brought that up as a point. But I don't know about Rickey Smiley. Let me know. I don't know too many times he played a woman in a movie, and if I don't remember. Like, so remind me in the comments. Who else? Kevin, though. That's the point I really want to get to before we end this out, because we all know it's kind of crazy because Katt kind of was, not even to say Katt's not still the king in his own right, but Katt was the king. He was the guy. If you would say, like, Kevin Hart is the guy right now, and Katt was that guy at one point in time. And it kind of just seems like a little spite or whatever, or a little hate, or maybe he's right. But which side is it? Is it coming from both sides now? Because he's like, man, look, 25 years I've been in the game, and not one time I've been in a building with Kevin Hart in the comedy game together. Now, there's two things that I can think from this. Kevin Hart is avoiding him, or Kevin Hart does not want to taint his image by being seen with Katt Williams because of a reason. Because Katt Williams, whether or not we want to acknowledge that, is a GOAT right now, and is the GOAT from all the work that he's put in up until this point, since he's been in comedy. Love him. Like, his comedy, when I do bring up Kevin Hart and I do say, oh my God, that's the dude, anybody I'm talking to, the one person they do, if they do bring somebody up, if it's not a random person, everybody brings up somebody random, but the one person they do bring up is Katt. They be like, bro, Katt? Yeah, so it's like, nah, bro, you got to give him that acknowledgement, bro. I don't care what nobody say. If Kevin is the guy, Katt is the next. And Katt's been here, I don't even know if a little longer than Kevin or not, but I think Katt's been here a little longer than Kevin. So I don't know what that really is about, but I can't say that's not there. And he brought it up, and he said 25 years. In 25 years in comedy, doing this job together, you should be in the same places a lot of times, and not one time y'all been in the same building. There's something there. I just don't agree on the fact that, because I think y'all both be on social media, or y'all both got platforms or whatever. Y'all both got agents, both known people, so y'all should be able to get in contact with each other and be able to have some type of conversation, especially the way Katt made it look in the interview like he's always been open to have a conversation. In 25 years, I have never seen him, we have never been in the same building. So if y'all was in the same building, I would be hoping y'all would be able to have that conversation. But at the same time, like, y'all both probably have a Facebook or Instagram or something, or like y'all both know the same people. Y'all both probably know DL Hughley. He probably got both of y'all number. Y'all could have got in contact. I don't know, man. It's just, to me, I don't like it, because either way, if Katt feels truly that Kevin is a plant or not, I would very much appreciate those two guys working together. And that's what I feel like the hate and the egos and all the BS kind of takes away from the fact that two comedy giants like that working together would be like, I don't even know, like a juggernaut move in the industry, whether you know what I'm saying, Kevin here's an industry plant or not. But like, Katt is so upset about the lies and so spiteful right now. He's not gonna work with them boys, or maybe he gonna work with them, but there gotta be a stipulation. Like he said with Rickey Smiley, he worked with him, but only in a dress. How? What? But he was like, man, that's when he does his best work. He does impeccable work, and then he's giving him credit for working in the dress. But I mean, he's discrediting him for only being good at working in the dress. So I feel like this was like strategy and tactic. Like, I don't feel like he came here to lie or he was lying on anybody, but at the same time, to tell the truth like that in this capacity and be that blunt on air on the podcast and to clear the air like he said he did, bro. I know he about to go on tour or drop a special or something, and his numbers are gonna be crazy. Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, man, this was insane. That wasn't even the whole thing. That was just this little segment on Kevin Hart and them, man. I'm probably check out the rest of it. We're gonna probably look more into it if y'all want to see the rest of the interview. Man, I've been seeing this. I'm not whatever social media. I'm talking about, bro. If I jump on Snapchat, if I jump on Facebook, Instagram, it don't matter. And Katt Williams is talking about something. Somebody's talking about him. And look, at this point, I was just like, man, let's just go ahead and check this out. Come back with a bang. But this ain't going to be the last video. We're going to have more videos coming. If y'all want to hear more on this topic and talk a little bit more about Katt Williams, especially like these responses. I don't even know if nobody responded yet. But if they did, I'm going to look into it and we probably going to come back with that. But make sure y'all dropping a like. By liking the video, the way the YouTube algorithm works, more people will see the video and just helping the content to grow. But also subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more stuff coming. By you subscribing, you know what I'm saying, it's just gonna help another person want to subscribe, you know what I'm saying, and everyone's subscriber counts. So you're just helping to get closer to my goal. I'm trying to get the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. We're gonna do great things together, man. This was a crazy video, and I ain't gonna lie. In a lot of videos, I be talking a lot, and I be like, some people be mad 'cause I be talking over the video too much and everything. I was listening in this one. I was like, bro, what? Bro, oh my goodness. I really want to watch the rest of it now, but it's a long interview, so I don't think I'm gonna watch the rest of it right now. We gonna get to some editing. Got some more stuff coming for y'all, man. Got some sports, a lot of stuff coming on the channel. I appreciate you. I hope you know what it is, and watch your day.